Welcome everybody to another Friday live chat vlog. Not exactly sure what to call it because I don't always go live on Fridays, even though I try. It just depends on where I am in the country, if I have cell service, if I don't have cell service, if I'm close to a McDonald's or a hotel that has free Wi-Fi that I can latch a hold of to. It just depends on where I'm at. And as of today, I am in a little town somewhere in the middle of Ohio. What's the name of this town? Kat, hey, what's the name of this town we're in? She's looking out the window trying to see if she can see a road sign. Munster? Munster? Something like that, Ohio. I can't. She has a weird accent, that cat. But yeah, I'm just sitting here. Figured I'd talk about two quick things real fast and see if anybody has anything to say in between that time and call it a day. Let's see what we got here. Pebbles Bootlegger, truck driver trainer. How are you doing? What's going on? Not much, just sitting here at Dannon Yogurt in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, picking up my load. Was kind of hoping that they'd get me loaded early, but it's not until 1 o'clock in the morning. Kind of, you know how it is. You get somewhere and you sit and wait and wait and wait. I'm going to try logging in here real fast on another device so I can keep track. Let me make sure the volume is down here. That way I can see what you guys are writing here. Pebbles Bootlegger says, I'm doing great. My student drove 605 miles today. That's pretty good. You're cracking that whip, making him get that money. Yeah, what did I do the other day? My truck is governed at 65 miles an hour. And when was it? It was like 3 or 4 days ago. I left Austin, Minnesota, and had to be in some little town in Mississippi the very next day at 6 a.m. And that was the day of the accident when I got rear-ended. And so I left Minnesota, made it as far as Iowa City or Waterloo, wherever the accident happened. I still had 786 miles to go. The accident took a little bit of time and it ate into my drive hours. I wasn't thinking I was going to make it. I did not think I could make it in one day, 786 miles in a 65 mile an hour truck. But I did it. I made it there. I think I drove illegal for 15 minutes. That was it. That was the most miles I've driven in a long time in one day. Most of the time I try and do about 550 to 600, and that's about it. I couldn't do what you're doing. I've trained before, periodically when I was a local driver. We were doing Disney and Universal and Celebration and all that stuff. I trained a lot of local guys, and that was scary stuff. Okay, let me set this device here so I can stare at that. Let me hiccup real fast. Pebble says, got to ask you, do you watch my channel? Hold on a second. Do you see that crazy driver I see driving this truck with? Hold on a second. I'm gonna log off of this. Put a link to your, or hold on a second. No. Leave a link in the comments of your channel and let me subscribe. I don't know if I'm subscribed or not. It's a possibility. I don't know. I try not to watch too many YouTube videos of people that do the same thing I do because I don't want to copy anybody. But there's times. Just leave your channel in the description, and I will click on it, subscribe, and I will check it out. If I'm not already subscribed, I might have to look. But I wanted to talk today about two quick things, and no, Cat, leave the gimbal alone. Okay, real quick. before I get to that, speaking of gimbals, I just got a Hangout message from, let me read it here to you guys. Hangouts, gotta go to Hangouts. Okay, so Frame Queen asked me just a few minutes ago, what type of gimbal and mic do you use? Okay, I showed on yesterday's vlog the Luma Cube and how I mounted it to my Osmo, my regular Osmo. That's a real gimbal. I don't really use it very often because it's such a massive beast and it's a pain to put together and break down. I use it only on special occasions. Most of the times I use just a regular Osmo mobile. It's a little gimbal that you put your phone in. Let me grab, this is an Osmo Mobile 2. I rarely use this one, but it is cheap. This here's an Osmo Mobile 2. This is just a regular gimbal. What you could do is, I'm gonna put the phone in here. Let's see here. Still not used to putting a phone in this gimbal. So this gimbal here is not too bad. How do I adjust it? I forget. Let's see if I can. Okay, so this gimbal here, you just put your phone in real fast and you use your phone. How do you turn the power on? I think this is it. It should be working. Damn it. See, I don't use this one very often. Okay, I had the gimbal upside down before I powered it up. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll turn the power on. And then you have it. It's I don't know how to use this thing. I forget how you do it. This thing does work, but because I rarely use it, the regular Osmo that I use has a trigger on it. This one doesn't have a trigger, but see how it keeps your phone steady? So if you just grabbed yourself something like this, you should be fine. Use it more than once every couple of months, because one of these buttons here on the front does take the place of the trigger. I just don't know which one, but if on my other one, if you hold the trigger down, you can keep the phone locked in place no matter which way you turn it. Right now it follows slowly no matter which way you turn the handle. But there is one of the buttons, I don't know. I need to use this one more. But I think it's $139 for this gimbal. It works great, and I've used it. And when I do use it, I learn how I figure out what the buttons are. But it's been in a box for a month or two, so I forget how to use it periodically. Pebble says, I have the Osmo 2 and I can't have a case on the phone. It's the big button is the joystick. Oh, okay. Yeah, the big button's the joystick, but I don't know if you're supposed to hold it down to lock it. I hate the Osmo Mobile 2. I'm just gonna say it. Worst gimbal ever made. Works great for the most part, but when you're used to the Osmo Mobile 1 and the regular Osmo, the Osmo Mobile 2 is a fail. As I get messages on my other devices, it's not that it feels lightweight and everything, and it's just that it's missing a lot of features. It's missing the trigger, the lock mode, and everything. So, oh yeah, no, okay. So this here just moves the gimbal around. It's not a button. So I think I think you're supposed to hit the pause or whatever, this bottom button. One time it locks it in place. You press it again, it unlocks it. You press it once and it shows your battery power. Press it 3 times and it's supposed to flip the camera to selfie mode. Something like that. I don't know. It's I don't like it. I like iPhones. I hate iPhones. I'm an Android user. I have 11 different Android devices, 1 iOS device. And just like this, I'm only going to have 1 Osmo Mobile 2. They're crap, but they'll do the job. If you can get used to using it, which I have used it at Disney a few times, you get used to it and it does the job. It's just not an Osmo Mobile 1. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to talk about real fast is the Super Museum in Metropolis, Illinois. So Morgan contacted me about a week ago. Their thing got approved. Hold on a second here, Pebbles Believer. Yeah, I've got an iPhone X and it heats the motors up on the Osmo and it won't work after 30 minutes. I don't have that issue. I could walk around for 10 hours with my Nexus or my Pixel 2 with my iPhone 7 Plus, with a Samsung Galaxy S8, whatever. Mine works fine. It doesn't overheat. Actually works great once you start using it. Well, it takes like 5 or 10 minutes of recording, resetting it and recording, flipping the camera around, and then you get used to it again. But it's not meant for Apple devices. Even though this is sold in an Apple store, you could buy these inside of an Apple store. They're not meant for iOS devices. And I don't record video on iOS. I stopped using this to shoot vlogs anyway and videos, just because iPhones suck. These are the worst devices. They're supposed to make your life easier. They make your life harder, just because they won't let you upload videos more than 15 minutes in HD. You can't even upload HD videos to YouTube unless you're connected to a Wi-Fi somewhere, and I'm a truck driver. I really can't connect to Wi-Fi, so I can't. I hate Apple. I hate them. Don't buy them. Don't buy Apple stuff. So the Super Museum, Morgan contacted me about 5 days ago. Their legacy brick project did get approved by the city council, and you can now purchase bricks personalized with your name, your company, whatever you want, your family, and they're doing it in 30 brick sections or something like that. So every time they sell 30 bricks, they put in the order, and then they tear up part of the sidewalk. I think they're going to do the corners of the buildings first. They're going to tear up the sidewalk and implant the bricks, and your brick could be one of them. I'm not exactly sure of the cost yet. I should be going down to Metropolis, Illinois in about 5 more days, and I will be looking into the whole project, get all the information for you guys if you want to do it by mail or go to the website, which is supermanstuff.com. So you guys can see it. That's our business card. Supermanstuff.com is the website. You can go there and order yourself a legacy brick. If it's anything like Disney, I think Disney, when at the Magic Kingdom, when the bricks were going on, they were like $125, and Disney had a legacy brick program, just like Epcot had the legacy wall where you can get your little edging, the image edging, and put on the artwork there. Disney also did the legacy brick walk, from the when the monorail lets you off in front of the Magic Kingdom. If you look down at your feet, you'll see all the legacy bricks. So you can have one of those same exact style of bricks in front of the Super Museum, and all the proceeds of the bricks go to maintaining, upkeep, and upgrading the Super Museum. So if you want to throw some support that way, go to Superman Stuff. There you go. Super stuff, not Superman. It says supermanstuff.com, but I think if you just go to the supermuseum.com, you could do it that way. And yeah, I will be picking a brick up, ordering a brick in about 5 more days. And to one of you people, it doesn't have to be a Patreon supporter. If you subscribe to me on Patreon, your postcards will be coming out very soon. But what I'm thinking on doing is one of the YouTube people, I'll randomly pick. I like I do the t-shirts and stuff like that. Like a few, excuse me, a few of you guys have gotten t-shirts, and that's going to continue on up to 500 subscribers. But what I'm thinking about doing is at 450 subscribers, which I'm pretty close to on this channel. Is it 450? How many subscribers do I have? I must look. Okay, right at this very moment on this channel here, I have 433 subscribers. So at 450 subscribers, I'm thinking about picking one person and donating a brick in your name. So your name could be in a brick at the Super Museum for free. I'll pick up the cost at 450. Instead of sending out a t-shirt to somebody, I'm thinking about getting a brick. So I'll have my Glass Geek daily vlog brick in front of the museum in the sidewalk, and you could be right there, which it's just a thought. So we'll play that by ear. It's taken a long time to get to 433 subscribers on this channel. It's growing slowly, and it may take a while to break that 450, but when it does happen, a brick in your name is going to be there. And not only is that good for you, because if you go to the museum, you can hunt down your brick, but it's also the profits are going to go to the museum, and I love to show my support to those guys. But if you don't want to take that chance and you want to guarantee yourself a legacy brick, there you go. Okay, second thing I wanted to talk about, and the last, to keep this short, Diana, one of my friends, if you guys watch my videos periodically, you see that I go to the Hard Rock Live at Universal Studios every time I'm home. Every time I'm home, I go to see Caitlin, Stacia, Rocco, Diana. I go to hang out with everybody. So Diana, in my last video, when we all sat down, I took off and I went into the store, and I stood up against the wall, and there was a little tiny girl working the cash register, you know, and I was curious if she was going to notice I was standing there. That's her. So she's doing a film project, not a YouTube channel. They don't have a YouTube channel, but she's doing a film project, and that's going to be in the movie theaters, and could be on PBS or something too. I don't know. The stuff that they have put together so far looks incredible. It could be on TV, but I know they're doing a film project, a documentary kind of thing about when a child grows up under the shadow of Disney in Orlando, and you have to deal with all these tourists coming down, and they're living life like it's like it's the vacation lifestyle. Whereas us as the locals, we look at those people and just go, yeah, you know, that's really, the theme parks is not really what life is like, especially for if you're a kid growing up, you don't have much money, yet the theme parks are there, but they cater to the tourists. They don't really cater to the locals too much, and life isn't as easy. You know, everybody goes and sees the theme parks and stuff, but they don't really see what life is like around the theme parks. And so it's basically a story of her life. It made her kind of a rebel. She usually takes a couple months off of work and goes to the rail yards in Orlando and runs alongside of a train, hops on it and takes it across country, rides box cars and does crazy things like that, and sees the world. And she'll do it with like $16 in her pocket. She'll leave Orlando, hop on a train with $16 in her pocket riding on a rail car. And she's doing that again. She quit her job yesterday, and she's going to go out for 3 months, 2 or 3 months. And she hopped a rail car this morning in Orlando, taking it up to Jacksonville. Going to be shooting some footage up in Jacksonville, and then heading up into Georgia and Waycross, Georgia, and then heading up to Nashville. We talked for a couple hours last night, so I know that part of her trip. I donated my DJI Spark drone to her so she can get some of those aerial footages. Maybe running onto the train, grabbing a hold, and the drone can chase her and follow her, because the DJI products, you can lock on, you draw a little box, and it'll track you. So it has all those autonomous features. So I said, here, this is yours now. Use clips from this in your film and stuff. Just put me in the credits, so when people go to the movies to see your movie, at the end of the credits, my name is going to be in there. She said she'll see what she can do. So anyway, yeah, so she took off today. Today is the beginning of her adventure to finish up her film. They're going to be filming for like 3 more months in the United States. She started off today on her own, so she's doing this all by herself. She does have a boyfriend, but I think he's in Nashville right now. So she's got a boxcar train it up to Nashville, hook up with him, and then they're going up to San Francisco. Then I think they come back to Florida, and then they're going to do the same thing in Europe, which is going to be nuts, and they're going to incorporate this all into a film. I have shared the trailer for their movie. They have a 3-minute long trailer. I've shared it on social media in the past. So if you guys want to see that, you can go through my social media feed, or wait until Monday. And I put their trailer up on my TV and shot video of it. So at the beginning of my video, it's going to be the trailer for their movie, because I worry about her. She's a friend, and so I'm thinking I told her to fire up a PayPal me account, so if she gets stuck out there or something like that, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or whatever they do, hopping train to train to train, going hungry, or if she gets in danger or something like that, I can give her some money and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do, I'll put it in this video too, in the description. But if any of you guys want to throw $5 here or there to show her support as they're going off on this adventure to do this documentary, I'll put her PayPal me link in this video, and I'm going to put it in Monday's video, and that's what Monday's video is going to be about, is her and her adventure. It's really crazy to think that people nowadays still do that stuff, because when I was younger, I rode a 10-speed bicycle from Sacramento through Yosemite all the way down to Riverside, California, and sold my bike, got a new backpack, and then hopped on the Pacific Crest Trail, and I was going to take it from Southern California all the way up to Alaska or Canada. And I backpacked all that, and you do those kind of crazy things when you're younger. When you get to be middle-aged and stuff, and you're focused on your life, and then the house, and then the kids, and all this other stuff, all that adventure kind of escapes you. And then when you get to be the age that I am now, that adventure bug starts to get back into you again. I think that's why there's so many snowbirds that come down to Florida. I think that's why I'm thinking about taking the RV out across the country. That's why I'm going to Thailand in January. So you live through your time changes. You go from your crazy youth to a settled, normal person. Midlife crisis strikes, and you revert back to the way things were when you were happy, when you were young. So I told her last night, I said, I told her that same thing. This is what's probably going to happen in your life. So go off, go do your adventure, document it, and see where that goes. Maybe you were not meant to work in the hard rock your entire life. Though I do need you there, because I need somebody to get my clothing. Oh, this isn't a hard rock shirt, but I need somebody there to dress me and get make me stylish. So my hopes are she takes off for 3 months, does the United States part of this, comes back to work for a couple months, raises some more money, and then goes to Europe. Trains don't go to Europe, so I don't know how they're gonna ride a box car over there. Maybe they're thinking about going to like Port Canaveral, hopping on a freighter or something like that in the cargo hold, and be stowaways. I don't know what their plan is, but whatever it is, they're documenting the whole thing. But like I said, if you guys want to throw support, it is Raincheck101 on PayPal, and I will leave a link down below. And that's about it. That is about it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, keep this one short, a short live vlog, and see if there's anything here. Pebble says that's cool. Already talked about the iPhone X and the weight. You know, the iPhone is a heavy phone. It is a heavy phone. It's well built. It's just iOS is terrible. And yeah, I'll never get another one. As a matter of fact, I was going to throw this one in the garbage my last trip home, and I'm not going to, because I found somebody to give it to that actually really needs it. So I'm going to be formatting this one and donating it to the cause. I have a bad habit of doing that. I get stuff, I use it for a short time, and then I give it away. Just like I'm probably going to give this away. I don't know. I might try the Smooth Q 4 or the Smooth Zen Smooth 4 or something like that. It has a little wheel here, and you can do that vertigo shot. You know, like in Jaws, when Roy Scheider's sitting in the chair on the beach, and the camera pulls out as the background behind him moves away. You get that weird shot. You could do that type of stuff with that gimbal, and I'm thinking about getting that. This one here, it work as good as it works and everything for the most part. It's just for me, it was an impulse buy that I could donate to somebody that may need one. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and catch a few hours sleep. My load picks up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and so hopefully the yard guy will knock on my truck and say, hey, back into a door around midnight. I could split and start heading to Minnesota. So until the next time, guys, I'll talk to you on the next one. I love you all. Oh, you know what I'll do? Just in case one of you guys are looking for one of these, because it's really not that bad, I'll grab an Amazon link for it, and I'll also put that in the description below. So if you guys want to check that out and get that. But like I said, until the next time, I love you all. Peace out, everybody.